we had a discussion about, I hope you people may remember API view and a view set. Correct, right? We discussed about API view and a view set. These are things we discussed, right? So now let me go for, so what is the difference between API view and a view set? All the differences I want to explain for you people, right? So that you may feel a bit comfortable. Okay, like, so now maybe a chance to ask, Array, in the DRF, if you want to write views, which classes you are going to use? Either API view class we will use, or otherwise view set class we will use. What is the difference between what is the difference between API view and the view set? Okay, very simple terminology, sir. Observe carefully, right? Okay, all differences I want to discuss for you people, so that you may feel more comfortable, right? Okay, well, so now the important conclusion or the important point is, first, let me go for API view. Okay, so second part is view set. View set. Now, have you remembered? Okay, here just to take a bit special care, when we should go for API view, when we should go for view set. If in the case of API view, in the case of API view, so do you know all operations, all everything we have to write the logic. That's why complete control over the logic we have if it is the API view. But in the case of user, most of the code will be generated automatically. That's why over the logic we may not have the complete control. Next, if it is the API view, clear execution flow will be there. But in the view set, so most of the things are going to be happen internally. That's why clear execution flow you may not expect. If you are performing some very what we call the complex operations, then better to go for API view. If you are performing just not complex operations, very standard operations, simple CRUD interface, if I want to implement, better to go for what the view set, better to go for view set concept, right? Okay, well, so now my target here is, let me summarize all the differences so that you people can feel more comfortable, right? Of course, in the material also just I included, okay, this table, don't worry about that, just legend. Sir, can you please tell API view present in which package? Which package? Have you remembered, right? REST framework data views module. Correct or not? Present in REST framework data views module. Okay, like. Can you please tell view set present where, sir? View set present where? Present in. Can you please confirm? Present in, I forgot, REST framework data view sets. REST framework data view sets module present in view sets module, right? Next, method names. Do you know, in the case of API view, method names are HTTP method names. Correct or not? Like a get, post, these kind of things, right? Some method names reflect HTTP methods. Some method names reflect HTTP methods. HTTP methods like a get post, put, next, and after that, you know, patch delete, like this, like, okay, delete, like method names reflect HTTP methods, like. But what about view set, right? In the case of view set, have you remember, right? Which methods are there? I forgot which methods are there. Method names reflect database names, database model class actions like list, create, these kind of things, right? So method names reflect database model class actions. Database model class actions are operations. Model class actions are operations like do you know, list, like a list, create, next retrieve, next update, retrieve, update, next partial update, partial update, next one more method, I forgot the name. Anyone, can you please tell what the last method name? What the last method name? Destroy. Regarding what the last method names are? Destroy. Like this is destroy. Like that. That's all. So these are the things what we have like this, right? These are the things what we have. Okay, like that. Now, sir, the third difference. Observe that, sir. In the case of user, method names like get, post, put, and so on. These type of things are API view. Next, database operations are become method names in the case of user. Okay, like next, sir, in the URLs. Have you remembered, right? In the case of API view, who is the responsible to define URL mappings? We have to define. We have to map URLs explicitly. We have to map views to URLs explicitly, right? But in the case of user, someone is going to take care about that. Who is that person? In the case of user, someone is going to take care about that. What that? Rotor is going to take care. That's why here just we have to map views to map views to URLs explicitly. We have to map views to URLs explicitly, right? Sir, here we are not required to map views to URLs explicitly. We are not required to map. We are not required to map views to URLs explicitly. Sir, there is one person is there. Who is that person? Default rotor will takes care URL mappings automatically. Default rotor will takes care URL mappings automatically. Will takes care URL mappings automatically. That's answer. This is the third point what you people should aware clearly, right? Okay. Now the fourth important difference. Just observe that, sir. Okay, all these things already we discussed in the last classes. I don't think you are going to face a difficulty to understand this one, sir. Next, most of the business logic, we have to write explicitly. Most of the business logic we have to write explicitly, sir. But here, who is the responsible? Okay, most of the business logic will be generated automatically. Correct or not? Most of the business logic will be generated automatically. Observe that carefully, sir. Okay, sir. Next important conclusion you people should aware clearly, right? Okay, sir. What is the fifth one is, sir? Just observe length of the code. Where is more? Can you please confirm? Length of the code is more or less? Length of the code is more or less? Can you please confirm? More, because we have to write everything, sir. But here length of the code is less. We are not required to write code much code, sir. Okay, length of the code is less. Next one, here take a bit special case, sir. Sixth one. Now API development time is less or more? API development time is less or more? Okay, API development time. Okay, API development time is more, sir. More, but the same point API development time is less. Observe that API development time is less because we are not required to write most of the logic. The logic will be generated automatically. Okay, like that. So now the seventh point here is developer has complete control over the logic. Correct or not? Because we are writing the code explicitly, man. We have complete control. Developer has complete control over the logic. Remember that developer has complete control over the logic. But here developer not having complete control. What is the reason? You know, developer won't has complete control. Complete control over the logic. Okay. Next, another difference, because all these differences I list out. Just observe that. Okay, just another difference, right? So now clear execution flow. Clear execution flow. Execution flow is possible or not? I mean, execution flow we can able to trace, no problem, because everything we are writing the code. But here, clear execution flow won't be there, sir. Not possible, because we didn't write the code. Clear execution flow. Execution flow is not possible. We can't trace, sir. We can't trace execution flow. It is a bit, because most of the code will be performed internally. Okay, like sir. Now the ninth one, best suitable for complex operations, like using multiple data sources simultaneously, calling other APIs, etc. Okay, so best suitable, okay, for complex operations, for complex operations, like using multiple data sources simultaneously, multiple data sources simultaneously, using multiple data sources simultaneously. Okay, and calling other APIs, calling other third-party APIs. Okay, like sir, this is the best suitable, right? Can you please confirm? When this one is the best suitable? Best suitable if you are performing just a standard operations, a simple, a standard. So best suitable for developing simple APIs, for developing simple APIs, for developing simple APIs, developing CRUD interface, okay, for database models, like this type of things. Wow, good man. So all the theoretical things, whatever I covered, orally whatever I explained, now it is there in the clear table form, sir. Observe, sir, this one is API view present in REST framework.views module, but this one present in REST framework.users module. Method names reflect HTTP methods like get, post, put, patch, delete. But here, sir, reflect database model class actions or operations like list, create, create, next retrieve, update, partial update, destroy. These kind of things are there. We have to map views to the URLs explicitly, but here we are not required to do. Sir, default router by default will be there to do that. Most of the business logic we have to write explicitly. Most of the business logic will be generated automatically. Length of the code is more, length of the code is less. Okay, API development time is more, it is the lesser, sir. Because why API development time is more? Because everything we require to write, sir. Next, a developer has the complete control over the logic. Clear execution flow is possible. Next, the best suitable for complex operations like using multiple data sources simultaneously, okay, and calling other APIs. Any doubt? Clear? Are you in the position to understand? Boss. Okay. So even this is just with our discussion. We created only these tables, sir. Okay, you may not see these clear differences in somewhere. Okay, it's a for easy understanding purpose I prepared. Okay, like all the points at a time. Okay, sir. Now by this time we have some very basic idea. We have some very basic idea about very basic idea about API views and the view sets. Now the power of views with respect to the model, everything I want to discuss for you people, right? Just some more examples I want to take. Of course, simple example only to understand familiarity, and then at last we may go for complex examples. So don't worry about that. Okay, like. So now let me go for another application so that you people can feel more comfortable. Sir, API views, demo applications. Okay, demo application. I want to talk with the API demo application for API view with the models. Regarding with the models, here several things we have to discuss, right? Several things we are going to discuss. Take a bit very special care about this one, sir. Okay, now let me go for application. Okay, in the last session, what is the application we took, sir? Anyone remembered? Anyone remember that? What is the application we took? With the rest of C2. That's all. Correct, right? With the rest of C2 like this I'm taking. Now let me go for next application, right? Okay, I want to start a project. Okay, here just the REST API apps voting. Sir, CD with the here Django admin start the project. Django admin start project. What is the project name I'm taking, sir? With the REST C3. Regarding with the rest of C3 like this I'm taking, sir. Okay, well, why it's taking this much time? Okay, well, now C2 already completed, right? This is with the rest of C3. Okay, now py manage.py manage.py. Sir, here just start app test app. Okay, like I'm taking start app test app. Okay, well, sir, now the target here is observe carefully about all these things are not required for me, right? So this is about my application. First thing, let me open settings.py. Okay, here inside settings.py. Okay, first add third party application REST underscore framework because it is going to simplify our life, sir. Okay, it is providing serializers, it is providing views, everything is going to be provided by REST framework. That's why our life will become very easy. Now test the app like this, right? That's all. So now let me take one model like this I'm taking, sir. So maybe our very familiar model employee, just because my concentration is not on the model, my concentration is on the approach. That's why like here without the rest here some model is already there. Maybe I may copy paste, don't worry, sir. Can I copy paste this one? Can I copy paste this file here just in our models? In our models.py. Observe that carefully, sir. Here like this. Any doubt? Can you please observe that? Any doubt up to this? Just I took a simple model. What is the model? Employee, enum, ename, esan, and then e-address. Like this, I took a simple model I'm taking, sir. So now my requirement is just let me go for admin. Regarding let me go for admin interface, right? Okay, even that admin also, even that admin also. Let me take this one. Same thing. Okay, like admin, because these things are not required to keep much explanation because we did several times. Any doubt, friends? Can you please observe? I define model, I define admin. I define model and then admin. What is the next activity we have to do, sir? What is the next activity we require to do that? Sir, very simple, very simple. Let me do make migrations and migrate and then add some dummy data. Add some dummy data, right? Okay, like so now very simple. Py manage.py. Okay, make migrations because employee table is there. Make migrations and then okay, now migrate. Okay, here migrate. The system is responding very slowly today. Okay, migrate, and after migrate, what is the next cinema? I have to take, sir, create super user. Okay, py manage.py create super user like this I'm taking. Maybe Priyanka, it is the part of application that SQL code may be available inside REST framework tables only. Okay, that's fine. We may not see exactly. Okay, sir, here Durga, next Durga 1 2 3, next Durga 1 2 3, like this I took, sir. Now add some dummy data because I want to perform first operation in the get operation only. Add some dummy data like this, right? So now it's responding very slowly, maybe memory problem. Okay, here just 127 okay /admin run server something happened. Okay, run server like I took just observe that the admin interface. Okay, Durga and then Durga 123 like I'm taking employees. Okay, like just add 1 or 2 employees because I want to perform get operation everything, sir. Just our standard data 100 Sunny 1000. Okay, like Mumbai like I'm taking save just 200. Next employee name Bunny some 2000. Okay, 2000 like next one after that Hyderabad like I'm taking next 300 I'm taking next Chennai 3000 next e-address sir Bangalore like I'm taking now the last card 400 next Winnie I'm taking sir next 4000 okay like some Chennai like I'm taking okay sir Chennai that's all. Okay, this is my employees data. Now observe that four employees are there, sir. It is all this labor work we did multiple times, sir. Okay. Sir, now my next target is, sir, let me go for views.py. Let me go for views.py, sir. Okay. Well, but before that, do you want any serializer? Yes, highly recommended. Highly recommended because if I want to convert database models data into JSON format, some serializer must be required. That's why let me go for serializers for our model. Okay, like what is the way? Please guide how to define serializer. I forgot, sir. Hello, friends. Serializers are responsible for 3 activities: serializer, deserialization, and then we covered, right? Have you remember validations? Okay, if you want to define serializer, what is the way? How you can define? Where we have to define serializers? Create a separate file named with serializers.py. Create a separate file named with serializers.py. Okay, serializers.py I'm taking, sir. Okay, well, sir, now it is highly recommended to go for model serializers. Highly recommended to go for model serializers because what advantage we are going to get if I choose model serializer when compared with the normal serializer? If I choose model serializer, what advantage? We are not required to specify fields explicitly. Create and update methods we are not required to do. That's why so model serializers concept is always highly recommended, right? So now from REST framework dot serializers import model serializer import model serializer like this I'm taking, sir. Okay, now my target is from test app dot models import employee like this I'm taking. Okay, then sir, now class employee serializer of sir directly model serializer. I imported explicit import, right? Sir, class employee serializer. Sir, in the class meta sir, which model, sir? Employee model. Which model? Employee model. Next up, which fields is sir, can you please spell out, sir? Underscore all underscore like this we are going to take. Any doubt? Can you please confirm? Any doubt? We did several times this type of activities, model forms, model serializers, like even in the last sessions also. Okay, serializer is also ready, sir. Now let me go for views.py. Okay, views.py. Let me go for that, sir. Here we have to take care. Here we require to take care class employee. Okay, list API view. I'm taking, sir, employee list API view of, it is the child class of API view, sir. So if you want to use API view, first import that. Can you please tell? From REST framework dot views, sir, import API view. Okay, it is the child class of API view, sir. Okay, well, sir, now slowly the concept will be simplified. Observe that still we are not going to util the power of DRF. Step by step we are going to do that. Sir, class employee serializer, employee list API view. Sir, now I'm taking DEF. Which methods usually we have to take? Please confirm. Which methods usually we require to take, sir? Get method, post method, like this, right? Def, okay, get of self comma request, comma format is equal to none, format is equal to none, like this I'm taking, sir. Maybe the reason for this format, maybe it's the default or not, I'm not sure. We will check. Maybe somewhere in the next step may come. Don't worry about that. So this is self request format is equal to none. These are the three properties I'm taking. It is the model serializer, right? Model based view. That's why, right? Sir, which query set? Observe that. Which query set? Sir, query set is employee dot objects. First import employee from okay, test yap dot models, import employee. Next, highly recommended from serializers, test app dot serializers, import employee serializer. Even employee serializer also I took, sir. So now employee dot objects dot all, employee dot objects dot all. Query set is ready. Query set is ready, sir. Sir, you know, we have to serialize this query set into to get a JSON data. Have you remembered, right? What is the way, sir? Serializer, just a create serializer object, employee serializer, like here employee serializer. Star keyword arguments are optional. Don't worry, need not be mandatory. Okay, we are overriding get method present inside API view. We are overriding get method present inside API view class. Employee serializer. Can you please confirm here query set comma, one more argument I have to pass. I forgot the name. What is that, sir? Query set comma many is equal to true, sir. Many is equal to true. That's all. Sir, now the data, how you can get, sir? Serializer data data. How you can get serializer data data? With that serializer data, send the response, right? Okay, return response I have to send. But if you want to use a response, first you require to import from REST framework, dot response, import response class. Okay, so return response of serializer data data. Are you getting serializer data data? That's all. Get method is ready. Regarding get method is ready. Serialization we are not required to do. DRF provided. Serialization we are using, sir. Converting that Python data into JSON format. This response is going to take care. We are complete free of every coding activity, right? Have you remembered at the beginning days how much code we did? Once we are getting query set, now we have to convert into Python dictionary form this query set. We wrote a big code, and after that converting that into JSON format, we used some Django serializers and so on. But here simple, with the 3 lines of the code, the total cinema got completed. Any doubt? Okay, now I have one doubt, sir. One doubt. Please observe that this line is the very this doubt is the very important. In this code, what is the job of serializer? Can you please tell? What is the job of serializer? Yeah, Chandan, now observe. What is the job of serializer? Can you please confirm? The job of serializer is to convert, okay, just I'm taking to convert, sir, query set to Python native data type. Python native data type, which is nothing but a dict, sir. Python native data type, which is nothing but a dict. Do you know how you can get that dict data? That dictionary data is available, sir, is available with the what name? Serializer data. Are you getting? Serializer data? Serializer data means this is the Python dictionary. Now, sir, Python dictionary we have to convert into JSON. We have to convert into JSON. So who is responsible to convert Python native type to JSON type? JSON type, sir. Who is the responsible, sir? This response automatically converts, sir. Are you getting right? Actually, we require to use JSON renderer but not required. Once we are using, sir, response class from REST framework, which is going to take care converting into JSON. Any doubt? Yes, Chandan, your doubt I hope got clarified. Okay, well, sir, that's all. This is one thing. I mean, def get I took, sir. What is the next thing? What is the get method is ready? Up to get functionality I want to test. Sir, now save all the things. Next, one more activity I have to do before sending the request. Only one. What is that activity? Please confirm. You should be in the sync with the explanation. What is the next last activity? I want to send the request. But before sending the request, you require to do only one thing: urls.py. urls.py. Okay. Here from okay, here test, yeah, from test, yeah, import views. Next, here, do you know, here we require to take, sir, just the API. I'm taking just a small API, like what is the views dot employee list API view dot as view, like this I'm taking, sir. Any doubt? Any doubt? It is from our childhood onwards. Whenever we were a kid, at that time onwards only we know all these things. There is no big specialty, right? Okay, get operation got completed, right? Now let me start the server. Already server in the starting state. Server is already started. Now let me send a request. If I send a request slash API slash, sir, now which partner application I'm using to send the request? Have you remembered, right? Which partner application I'm using to send the request? Browsable API. That browsable API provided by REST framework. Remember that, okay? Well, now, yes, get allowed methods are get. Next and after that, yes, sir, this is first record, second record, third record, fourth record. Wow. Everyone in the position to understand, right? To implement this get operation in the olden days, how much code we wrote? Have you remembered? DRF, simplify our life. Only with the 3 lines, yes, we are in a position to implement DRF. We are in a position to implement get. Getting right? Up to this is the clear for you. What that, Sima? Join means you are talking about joining up to databases. I mean database data. Sema. Yeah, 2 tables of data, right? Just can you please try once? Okay, with we covered, right, Django ORM. In the Django ORM we covered, right? Okay, like sir. Next, one more point I want to tell, sir. Okay, so what the next thing I want to talk, very important for you people, right? Sir, just observe. Up to this, just we implemented employee list API view, get the method we provided, right? Now, which parent class I used here? Can you please tell which is the parent class? API view is the parent class. This is the very basic class, right? This is the very basic class. If you can go for its child classes, then too much ready-made functionality you people can able to get, sir. Okay, too much ready-made functionality you can able to get. What that? If you consider API view, I want to perform list operation. To list operation, right? Sir, what I did is the same operation only. Can you please list out? Can you please list out all the employee records? Can you please list out all these employee records? Employee records list operation only, right? For that, which code I wrote, sir? Get method I wrote like this. Regarding I wrote like this. But for you people, you are not required to write this much code also. This much code also. If you want to perform just a list operation, list of all jobs, list of all employees, list of all students, list of all add information. So if you want to perform list operation, then better to go for one special class. What that special class is? List API view. Regarding what is that special class, right? List API view. It is a specially designed class meant for list operation only. Okay, if you want to get a list of all resources, I highly recommended you should go for list API. Okay, sir, where this class present? Where this class present, sir? This class present inside REST framework. This class present inside REST framework dot generics module. This class present inside REST framework dot generics module, right? Remember that, sir. Now, sir, it is used for just read only endpoints. If you want to perform read only operation, this one itself is very easy, sir. Remember this one itself is a very easy operation, right? Okay, like that. Sir, now let me go for how to implement, how you can implement, how you can use this list API view. Very simple. Just observe, don't get confused. very simple terminology here. Can I comment this one? Okay, just I commented this. Let me write again new class, because so that you people can feel class employee list, class employee list API view. Now, can you please tell which is the parent class? Now, which parent class I have to take? Please confirm, because I'm asking you means that word should be injected in your mind. Which is the parent? List API view. But list API view is available where, sir? From REST framework dot generics import list API view. List API view. Okay, now I'm taking list API view, sir. Okay, well, now my requirement is, observe, sir, list API view already specialized for list operation, right? Here, get method, such type of nonsense is not required, sir. What we have to do is very simple, very simple, sir. Just you have to define query set. Sir, it is a predefined word. Observe that it is a predefined word which is coming from the list API view. List API view query set. Can you please tell what is our query set? Employee dot objects dot all. Okay, what is your serializer class? What is your serializer class? Serializer class is serializer class name. What is the serializer class name? Please confirm. What is the serializer class name? Employee serializer. That's all. Wow, wonderful, man. These two lines are more enough. Are you getting? These two lines are more enough. We are not required to write get method. We are not required to implement that nonsense, all those things. Just specify query set under serializer class. Okay, like that's all. So now this word under this word are reserved words, especially from the list API. Predefined words from the list API view. Sir, it is telling Durga, you are asking me to list out all records. You are asking me to list out all records. Sir, from which query set I have to list out? You have to specify, that's all. Next, this query set by using which serializer I have to serialize, you have to specify that. If you can do these two things, then nothing will be there. The remaining things I will take care, like list API view is going to tell. Have you observed, right? Yes, friends. Any doubt? Correct. Vinod, correct. If you want to do any customization kind of thing, then we have to override get query set method. Correct. Somewhere we covered, right? This type of thing in our models. Yes. So Django model managers, like we covered. Yeah. Up to this anyway. Forget about remaining things. Up to this, it's a very clear for you people, right? Okay. Well, now let me send the request. You people may feel are showing old output only second time also. Let me add at least one new record. Okay. Add employee, some employee 500. Next, and after that, some Mallika is the employee name, employee salary 5,000. Next, employee address, sir, Mumbai, like I'm taking. Save that, sir. Sir, total how many records are there? In our database, how many records are there? 5 records. Total 5 records are available, right? Now the point is, observe a bit very carefully. Sir, we use this list API view. In the URL, sir, list API view only. You are not required to perform any change in the URLs. Okay, all the remaining things are same. Now let me cross check. Server is okay, no problem. Let me send the request, sir. Here I'm taking 127/API like this, right? Have you observed? Employee list API. Employee list API. How many records are there? Either fifth record is coming or not. How beautiful it is. Why we have to write big code? Because the reason for that is just we should have a bit clarity about this. That's all, of course. For easy understanding, you should aware that old concepts also. Clear, right? Sir, it's a very easy or not? Okay. Suppose sometimes I want to implement what we call search operations. Okay, it is the list out. Can you please do search operation also? Can you please do search operation also? Like I want to implement, sir. If you want to implement search operation, if you want to perform any customization, then we have to override one method, sir. What is that method? Is get query set method. Are you getting? We have to override one method. What is that method, sir? Get query set method. Get query set method like this, right? Sir, now have a look once. I want to override that. What is the way, sir? What is the way? Very simple. Here def. What is the method name? I forgot. Get query set. Get query set method. We are taking, sir. Get query set method. So whenever employee.objects.all calling internally this method will be called. Whatever the query set written by this method, it is going to be considered, sir. That's what you should aware. What is the link? Whenever we are using employee.objects.all internally, which method will be called? Get query set method will be called. Get query set method, do some filtration. Now it will return the query set. The final query set is going to be used by this list API view. Okay, like, sir, now take a bit very special care about this one, sir. How you can able to do that? Very, very simple terminology, sir. Okay, what we have to do is, even if you are overriding this one, this variable also we are not required to use. No problem, right? Now observe, sir, I want why I'm overriding this one? Why I'm overriding this one? To implement search operation. To implement search operation, right? Okay, how you can able to do that? It is a very, very simple terminology. To implement search operation, I'm overriding get a query set method. Okay, so now what I will do is, sir, first get the query set. First get the query set. Employee dot objects dot all. Employee dot objects dot all. 1 minute, sir. Earlier, how I'm sending the request? Understand my words very carefully, sir. Just anyway, you will get much clarity once I execute it, but before that only you should aware. How I send the request? Can you please tell? 127.0.0.1 colon 8000 slash API. Correct, right? This is the request I sent. Now my requirement is, I want to implement some search operation. I want to implement some search operation. Like what I will take is, boss, I'm sending the request. I'm sending the request in this format. In this format, question mark ename is equal to Sunny. Ename is equal to Sunny, like this, right? Ename is equal to Sunny, like I'm taking. Do you know here this is called query string? If you work on web area in the after URL, if you provide anything with the question mark key value, this type of thing is by default considered yes, but it is concepts are query string. Are you getting? Query string. So it is going to list out, it will list all employees, okay. Here my expectation is list all employees whose name contains Sunny. This is about my requirement. Okay, like that I want to implement, sir. How you can implement? Very, very easy, sir. Okay, now I got a default query set. Name is equal to, sir, name is equal to self dot request dot get. Do you know self dot request dot get it is going to contain dictionary. All these key values in the form of dictionary, it will be available, sir. Up to this is a dictionary, sir. Dictionary, what key values you provided extra, those things will be there. Dot up to this is a dictionary, right? Sir, friends, up to this is a dictionary. Dot get of, sir, ename. Dot get of ename, like this, right? Okay, like you should aware. Next, yeah, Priyank, I will explain. Just wait. Here, name I got. Now observe this one. You people attended Django ORM sessions. Have you remembered? You people attended. Sir, I want to filter where employee name contains this name. I want to filter employee name contains this name. If name is not none. Sorry, if the name is not none, sir. If the name is not none, query set is equal to sir, query set dot filter. Can you please filter this query set? Can you please filter this query set, sir? Sir, what I have to take? Ename underscore I contains ename underscore I contains name. Sir, how many people remember this code from the Django? Have you remember Django ORM? Almost around 1 week sessions we covered. Okay, QS dot filter ename underscore I contains. Here I'm not taking I exact. Vinod, I exact means compulsory where the name is Sunny, but I contains means if the name contains Sunny, something like Sunny Leone, something like a Sunny, Jasmine, something like, okay, even that names also will be included. Okay, like, yeah. Now it is sir the query set. Now return query set. That's all. Return query set. So once you defined your get query set method, you are not required to specify this query set. Priyank, are you getting right? Once we defined this one, once we defined this method, we are not required, no longer required to specify this one explicitly. Okay, well, that's all. Now have a look once. Sir, total, how many employees are there in my database? 5 employees are there, Sunny, Winnie, Chinny, Bunny, Sunny, like this. Let me add one more employee. 600. This time the name is Sunny Leone. I'm taking Sun. E-sal 6,000. E-sal 6,000. E-address Hyderabad, like same. That's all. Can you please have a look once? How many employees whose name contains Sunny? Please tell. 2 records are there. 2 records are there. Now, either search operation is working properly or not. I want to cross check, sir. Have a look once. Let me send the request. Server is okay. No problem. Let me send the request. Okay. Now my requirement is 127/API/. Sir, I'm not passing any query string. If you are not passing any query string, any query string, now observe the flow. Observe the flow. Name you are going to get. Is the name is none or not? Can you please tell? Name is none because you are not passing. If you are not passing any query string, now the name is the none only. It is not going to be executed. If name is not none, then only it will be executed. So return query set means all the records by default you are going to get. All the records by default you are going to get. Still our original operation happily it's going to work, sir. Don't worry. All even 6th record also coming. Still it's going to work, sir. But now, sir, just a question mark. E-name is equal to Sunny. E-name is equal to Sunny. Then how many records we are going to get? Please confirm. This is nothing but search operation. E-name. Now observe that. How many records we are getting? Is it only 2 records or not? Yes, friends. Sunny and then Sunny Leone. Whose name contains Sunny? I want this. Then automatically like. Suppose whose name contain NNY. That's all. Sir, how many people names contain? Sir, NNY. Have you observed right? Sunny, Bunny, Chinny, Winnie, and then Sunny Leone. All the people are contained. Sir, now here just whose name contain BU. Now only Bunny. This is contains method I used. Have you observed right? E-name contains. If E-name I exact means exact name, but here contains, so that set will become more optimal. Completed. This is here. Have you observed right? Compulsory E-name need not be E-name. Any name you can pass. Priyank, are you getting right? Any variable name, but in the code compulsory you require to take that name, that variable. Suppose here what I want to take x. That's all. So if you require x, now this person has to pass x. I have to convey to my partner application. Boss, if you want to perform search operation, so can you please send the data with this query string? Okay, like this. Getting Priyank? Any name you can use, need not be. If you don't want to highlight your employee table fields, no problem. If you don't want to highlight your employee, table fields, you can use XXX. He doesn't aware what is that XXX. XXX BU. Now also it will work, sir. Don't worry, definitely it's going to work. XXX is equal to XXX is equal to some okay. Win I'm taking, sir. Now winning information is going to come. Clear? Saiteja, compulsory partner application should provide. If we want to perform such operation, partner application should provide like this. So what I'm taking, suppose here observe, Google people are going to share. Google people are going to share error format. I mean yard templates. Okay, they provided one API to get all yard script. Okay, just if you send a request, now yard script by default they are going to provide. But now my requirement is, which script I want to use? I want to size at the 250 like this, right? I want to size at the 250. Now in the URL after endpoint, after endpoint URL google.com/adwords, google.com/adwords. This is assume that this is the endpoint provided by Google people to get all ads. Assume that AdSense ads. Assume that AdSense ads we are. Now question mark size is equal to, sir, 800. Okay, now what will happen is only 800 size are related, sir, images, Google Ad images script only we are going to get. Getting right? Now the partner application, if you want, you can specify the size. Then only that the size related Google ads information only I will provide for you. But who is the responsible to provide which parameter you require to pass and so on? Google people in the documentation compulsory they have to specify. Getting right? So they will provide clear documentation. Okay, for while exposing the APIs, sir. Okay, where you have to use, if you observe ipstack.com. This is just to tracking IP address. IP address to track IP address. There is, sir, if you observe documentation, now they are going to provide. Okay, how you, sir, this is the base URL. This is the base URL. Question mark access key is equal to your access key. You have to provide. Are you in the position to understand, right? Because internally, so how they can validate access code is, sir, with this parameter. They are going to provide clear information. If you are sending like this, then automatically, okay, like you are going to get like clear, right? This is the response we are going to get like. So we require to provide clear documentation about our API so that my partner application should not feel any difficulty to use. Yeah, Ishan. Getting right? Saiteja, is your doubt got clarified? For the partner application, we have to provide. Yes, boss, this is the base URL, this is the way you have to. Yeah. Ishan Gupta, can we use Google APIs without client key in headers? That depends on Google. If it is not secure, any person can able to access. Okay, if it is secure, then automatically you can't. That is authentication, authorization. There is one topic is there about APIs. Have you remembered? If you want to access this one, key must be required or not? When you are going to get the key, once you log in. Yeah, Ishan, we will discuss about that. Don't worry. While performing, once the authentication security related topic will come, then I will show how you can use these keys. Okay. So now everyone in the position to understand how to implement, sir, list operation, even search operation also. Any doubt? Any doubt, friends? Ayo, no response. Okay, clear. Can I go for next one? Can I go for next one? Okay. After list operation, what I want to provide, what I want to provide is create operation, sir. Observe a bit carefully. After listing, I want to create operation. I want to do that post operation, something like post operation, right? So to implement, sir, create operation. So if we extend API view, then we have to provide implementation for post, implementation for post method, right? But sir, there is one specially designed class is there to provide support for create operation. What that class is? What that class is? Create API view. Are you getting what is the class name, sir? Create API view. Create API view class, right? Okay. Let me use this class and let me perform some post operation so that it's a very easy, sir. Don't worry. What I want to take, sir, at the beginning, let me take for every operation separate class. At last, I will combine all these things. Don't worry, sir. Here, I'm taking class employee create API view. Employee create API view. Sir, it is the child class of which class? Please confirm. It is the child class of which class, right? Wait, respond. Child class of, just now I told, create API view, create API view, create API view. So list API view, comma, create API view. Let me take create API view. That's all. Sir, now, sir, you want to perform create operation with respect to which query set? Which query set? Query set is equal to employee dot objects dot all. Employee dot objects dot all with respect to this query set. Next, you want to use which serializer? Which serializer? Serializer class is equal to employee serializer. Employee serializer. That's all. We are not required to implement any code, sir. We are not required to write any code. This create API view class will takes care automatically all the required operations. How beautiful it is. Regarding that, yes, only two lines. Only two lines. Sir, create API view already completed, right? If you want to implement any validations, all those things inside serializer file you can do. Automatically validations by default will be performed. Don't worry. You know. So maybe link up, database link up, Priyanka. So in the case of create API view, so to which database I want to which database I want to add, maybe that connection is always getting from the query set variable, maybe. Clear, right? Yeah. Data, where is the data to be posted? All those things I will show. Who is the responsible to send the data? Priyank, who is the responsible to send the data? I want to partner application is the responsible, but partner application not yet started, right? Just I created, that's all. Just I created this view class, okay, which is the responsible to perform post operation. I mean create operation. From the browsable API, we have to send the data. So which record you want to create, the data partner application is the responsible. So partner application means browsable API. From that I will feed the data. Don't worry. Okay, well, Vinod, form underscore valid method for customizations, no. Vinod. Okay. So now observe carefully. In the URLs, let me change this code. Okay, in the urls.py, let me change this code, sir. Okay, let me comment this. Next, here employee. What is the operation? Employee create API view. Employee create API view. Okay, that's it. Now let me send the request. Let me send the request 127/API/. Now which operation I have to perform? Post operation we require to perform. 1 minute. Don't worry, something goes wrong. Attribute error, test has no attribute. Yeah, employee test app.view. 1 minute, right? In the urls.py, employee create API view. 1 minute. What is the class name I used? Any spelling mistake? Employee create API view. The same, right? Already saved. Yes. Test app.view has no attribute. Employee create API view. Okay, well, let me send the request again. Yes. Have you observed, right? Now happily post method you can perform. Get method is not allowed. Get method is not allowed. 405 status code. Okay, get is not allowed. Get is not allowed because we didn't implement get functionality. We implemented only post. That's why post you can do that. Now it is providing. Have you observed employee number, employee name, employee salary? Like now 700. I'm taking employee name. Okay, Sam Katrina, like this I'm taking, sir. Employee salary 7,000, like employee address Mumbai, like I'm taking. Okay, well, sir, post. Now have you observed what is the status code I'm getting? What is the status code we are getting, sir? Can you please observe HTTP 201 created? Yes, sir. This created or not? Yes, ma'am. Let me show. Earlier 6 records are there. If I refresh this one, then automatically 7th record is also coming. Means create operation, is it working properly or not? Ayo, respond. Is it working properly or not? Yes, that's all. This is how you can implement list operation, how you can implement create operation, right? Okay, so in the next session we have to talk about how to implement remaining operations. These two never talks about ID, but the remaining operations, retrieve operation, next retrieve operation, next delete operation, next update operation, these are things we'll expect. So ID based I will discuss in the next session. Okay. Django. Create view class. We have to use form.valid method to customization. Yeah, maybe. Without. Yeah, that's what. Chandan. How to retrieve means that is the next operation. That is the next operation we require to implement. In the next operations you can able to get. Clear, right?